It's our second day here of a fresh Minecraft prison server. We need to continue grinding and making massive upgrades to ensure that we stay ahead here on Minecraft prisons. Let's check it out and see what we're doing in today's episode. Yes, hello everybody and welcome back into a brand new episode of Minecraft prisons. Today, of course, we're back here on AkumaMC, the best, #1 rated, recently reset Minecraft prison server. Back for another episode in this brand new season, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed episode #1, or you're already enjoying this season, because if you are, then it's all gravy. It's all going to be good from here. It's all going to get better from here, guys. So get excited. Today's episode, we're going to be working on some key things and, some things which we started last episode, and we're going to start progressing things even more to ensure that we are one of the best, most overpowered Minecraft prison players this season. Now, if you missed episode #1, we actually gave away the top and brand new Eternal rank, okay? Now, I'm going to actually give you an opportunity to enter to win that rank on this video, just in case you did miss the last one and, you can't be bothered to go back and watch it, because I get it. I totally get it. So I'm going to let you guys enter on this one, as well as entering to win a Start of the World crate. So to win with a chance of winning the top rank here and or a Start of the World crate, all you guys need to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment your username, join the server using my IP up in the top middle here, Generzon.AkumaMC.net, and then you need to join my giveaways only Discord, and you need to press the enter button. They are two separate giveaways, one for a Start of the World crate and one for the top rank. Make sure you guys have entered into both of those, and yeah, you just need to have made sure that you completed all those other requirements either on this video or the last one, and you will be entered. So good luck, everybody. But you may be able to tell that we've done a bit of off-camera work here between last episode and now. You guys will see that we're now over rank 300, okay? So we have been putting that time in. I believe we will also have an ornament, unless I already applied it. Actually, I might have already applied it. No, we do have one ornament to go ahead and use. I'm actually going to go ahead and put that on a prestige boost. Prestiges will continue to be something that is super valuable to us, and something which we need to continue to get throughout the entirety of this season, so we may as well get the boost as early as possible. Yes, we are now ranked 300. We're now prestige 27 million, meaning that we've grinded up a whole bunch of gems, which is exactly what we were aiming for between now and last episode. Now, what does this actually mean? This means that we are in for a really good episode here of a bunch of upgrades, because we've got so many gems which we want to spend today, which in turn should allow us to earn even more tokens and all that good stuff. Like, it's all going to be a knock-on effect today, so we are essentially working on that. Now, if you missed it, I'm also recruiting for my gang, okay? Our gang is going to be one of the top and best gangs here on the server. We are looking for about 3 more members that are going to be hardcore grinders and want to win themselves some gift card balance, because we were last season we were essentially every week getting some form of gift card balance payouts. So make sure you guys are putting your applications in for that. If you do want to join and you do want to be a grinder, the link is down in the description to submit an application to become part of the gang. So let's not waste any more time, because I feel like I've had those gems sat there for a while. The thing which we've been waiting so long to do is actually go ahead and buy the first and only level that we can actually purchase of lottery. Now, lottery is essentially it's like jackpot, which does jackpot even exist anymore? I don't think it does. Essentially, it's lucky. Let's call it lucky, but way better. So we're gonna make sure we get this. It can actually give us free pickaxe levels, which is actually one of the better things that it can do. So that's kind of what we're looking out for here. That's the reason that I want it mainly. So I'm gonna go ahead and purchase it. Let's waste no more time with that, and let's get that going. Now, of course, we are going heavy on the gang this season, which means the next thing which I want to purchase is Shard Collector. You guys can see we're not actually that far away from being able to purchase our first level of this, but it is something which I want to do today. So that's kind of our next goal. I'm kind of ignoring the multiplier finder for right now. I mean, we could go up there with it. We could spend that extra amount of money, but I think we're starting to get to that point now where money isn't necessarily helping us. Well, it's helping, but it's not helping massively. Like, if we take a look at our last proper summary here, let's see if I can find it. I don't know, actually. Let me mine for a couple of minutes. I'm going to see how effective money is, because if money is still massively effective, then I have absolutely no problem, gaining prestiges that way. But as you guys can see, from that one, we only gained like 3,000 gems, which isn't really huge and doesn't really give us, or it doesn't really give any kind of an impact on our gem income. So if that's going to be the case, then I don't really see much point investing further into that, which actually will allow us to save our gems for bigger and better things. So it's not the end of the world if that is the case. It's just a little bit unfortunate, because prestiges, obviously that means they will slow down massively, but that's okay. It just means we focus elsewhere and it's not a problem. So we got 15k gems there. Yeah, I'm going to say that we are already out of the prestiging with money game. Like, that is pretty much now not really relevant. So let's just let's leave that there, and we'll progress other things. So I've been on for a few keyholes. We got some keys saved up, nothing like major, nothing massive. I'm just going to open what we have, because it should help me tokens wise for this next couple of additions. So let's go ahead and claim all those. those. Let's claim our mystery vaults as well. We've got a decent amount of these, and these should give me quite a few tokens here. Yes, it will. Perfect. And I'll go to spawn. Let's claim all of our skin boxes as well. Get all of those upgraded as much as we possibly can. Then we'll get these relic caches down, and then we will look at what we can do with our tokens. And I think it's probably just going to be a case of throwing them all into Prestige Finder, because I think that's where it's realistically all going to be coming from at this point. So yeah, if that is the case, then that's the case, and that's what we're going to be doing from now on. So let's get all of this applied. Let's get all of the tokens in from this. There we go. And we also have a pouch right here, which will help us with tokens as well. I also need to make sure that I'm claiming my milestones, because there will be a whole bunch of things in here that we can now claim, which actually will be very beneficial to us and give us a heck ton of tokens. Yeah, you guys can see all the tokens which I've had stacked up and saved up in here, because I've not really been claiming these at all, which is perfect actually. It all works out in the end, because we're going to want to use all of this right now. So let's spam down these mystery vaults. I'm hopeful that the main thing that these are going to give me right now is essentially just tokens. Like, that is realistically all I really need from these. And I guess other mystery vaults if it wants to give me them. Unfortunately, it looks like it didn't want to give me them, but that's okay. Let's get all of these placed down. Even these relic caches give like a decent amount of tokens out. And if not tokens, then they give me a decent amount of keys. So we'll always take it. We will not say no to any of these. And I mean, they actually give me a lot of the caches back, so we can't complain about that either. Lots of skin boxes, always useful. Like I said, at this point, we're still upgrading all of our skins. We do not even have level 1 of Shadow Clone yet, and that is kind of the main one which I'd say the main one we're going for, to be honest. Having said that about Shadow Clone, we haven't actually upgraded our player miner yet, so it might be worth putting some of the tokens which we've just got into our player miner, because those are super important at the start of the game, because if we can get him going and we can get our you know, what is it freaking called? Why do I always forget what it's called? Shadow Clone skin. If we can get those two things in tandem going, player miner and Shadow Clone skin, our rank ups will become so easy. So with that in mind, let's open up all these keys, and then I'm actually going to go take a look at the player miner and see if it is something we can immediately invest in. And of course, actually what I've just remembered is that we should have a lot of gems saved up from our gem robots, which we actually activated last episode, because I stayed on pretty much AFK all night with these. So we have, 4 million to collect from there. That is huge. We've also got another 250 trillion tokens, taking us over 1Q for today's expenditures. So that's perfect, actually, which means that we can use our gems to go ahead and invest in Shard Collector. Like I said, we'll get 2 levels of those. It's what I can afford. We'll take it. That's not a bad little start to that enchant. So let's go back to our mine and let's take a look at the player miner, because if we can invest in this guy, he's going to be very helpful for us. Let's take a look at how much he's going to cost. So to get our speed up is not really going to be much at all. 65 bill. We don't really need to worry about that. Jackhammer is where it's mostly going to cost us only 250 trill to get that maxed out. That is a no-brainer. We'll get that done now. Battery, we need it. We need it to last as long as possible. Scavenger, we don't really need right now. Drills and grenades, yes, they're useful. Are they worth the 220 trill right off the bat? Probably not. So let's leave that. Let's let this guy charge, because we've just upgraded his battery, so it doesn't have as like a full percentage now. But that's okay. We'll let him charge while we're mining, and then he's going to come in super useful, and even more useful when we do eventually get that Shadow Clone skin unlocked, so that he's essentially proccing like multiple of those guys in the mine. They'll help out massively with the rank up. So with all that said and done, we've got 880 trill pretty much right on the verge of that to go ahead and spend today, which is perfect. I think we know where it's all going. Realistically, I think we have no option but to just chuck it straight into Prestige Finder. Gems are hugely important right now. The only thing which I would like to do is like explore some of the other enchants that we have available to us, but I just don't know right now. I just don't know. I don't know whether it's worth it. I don't know whether it's not. But one thing I am going to do actually is go crazy into XP Finder. We need to max this out as soon as possible. I didn't even realize that I didn't have it maxed, so I will go ahead and do that. That cost me like 200 trill right there to max out, but I think that's pretty cheap in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, we are still working here on Jackhammer. That's another huge one which we've got to put a lot of tokens into. So with all that being said, let's add 400 levels to Prestige Finder. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a massive upgrade for us today. And then I'm putting the rest into Jackhammer. That'll get us another 150 levels of that. And I think that that's pretty much a win-win for us. XP Finder is now super effective to us. I think every proc that goes off is like half an entire level. And we're already up to 126 on that. So that's actually kind of huge. I'm not going to complain about where we're at with that at all at the minute. Now, in regards to gangs, okay, as you guys will know if you watched last season, if you didn't, I'm going to explain it briefly now to you. The whole point of gangs really isn't necessarily just to place on gang top. shop and do all that kind of stuff. Although that is something we are super interested in, and we do definitely want to improve our ranking in, because I think we are top 10 right now, but we definitely need to be higher. Yeah, we are actually 10th right now, but we definitely want to be top 5 very, very soon. But although that is one of the cool things, you do get gift card balance and stuff for that. The other cool thing about gangs, guys, is that there is actually specific perks and benefits to having a gang. So if you haven't seen this, then this is essentially the gang upgrades window. And by getting the shards, which is like the enchant which I just added, the shard finder enchant or shard collector, by getting those shards, you collect those and you use tokens to essentially purchase upgrades for everybody in your gang. So one of the first few ones that we work on is shard collector upgrades, so that we can essentially increase our maximum level of shard collector. We may as well. It essentially means that we can collect shards as quickly as possible, and since we need those to upgrade everything else, it's just a no-brainer to get that going to start off. We of course get the gang members upgrade as well, to make sure that we can get as many people in our gang as possible. The more people grinding away in our gang, the more shards we get, the better placement we get, and it's just a no-brainer again. We want to get as many people in the gang and we want to fill it up. But then there's some huge ones, such as rank progress boost upgrades. So this is essentially just going to give you a percentage boost onto actually getting faster rank ups. That is absolutely massive, and like you're just going to start flying away like ahead of everyone else at quicker paces if you have these. You also have a token boost upgrade, again does what it says on the tin. You also get an enchant proc boost upgrade, which is absolutely huge. Like I can't explain how cool this is. It's essentially a permanent like proc booster for all your enchants. It makes everything so much more effective. There are so many cool things in here. And then finally, one of my favorite ones is the maximum level enchant or level upgrade, if you will. Max enchant level upgrade. Essentially, to Jackhammer, Token Merchant, and Vein Miner, you can get an extra 10 levels for every upgrade you purchase on here. So for example, if Jackhammer's max is 100, or I think it's actually 1000. If we upgrade this one level, it'll actually be 1010, and then if we upgrade it 10 levels, it'll be 1100, and you guys get the idea. So you can actually enchant levels past max level by doing that. So what we're essentially going to be working on off camera, I don't really know what my gang's priorities in like regards to upgrading are, but those are essentially things which I'll probably purchase off cameras, just so that you guys now know what they do and that they are there. We're probably just going to grind the heck out of those, get as many shards as we can, invest as many tokens as we need into getting all of those upgrades, because slowly but surely we're going to be able to max those out and, you know, give us all a little bit more of an edge when it comes to progressing here on Prisons, which is, I mean, you might as well. If there's boosts to be had, you might as well take it. So that's kind of the idea. If you guys, you know, if you're like comparing your gameplay to mine, you're like, why does Generzon make a little bit more than I do doing this type of thing? It could be because of those boosts. It could be because of various other boosts that we have available in different ways, such as obviously the booster armor I'm using right now. There's a whole bunch of different ways to get different boosts here on the server. It is not just about mining, upgrading pickaxe. There is so much more to it, and that is exactly what excites me about this prison server. Now, given all the upgrades that we've done, we're not actually progressing that much in regards to gems, which does concern me a little bit, but I think I know why. Obviously, we've also now unlocked the ability to purchase Prestige Merchant. It's a very, very expensive enchant, but I think from memory, it's also extremely effective and useful. So we might have to consider purchasing some levels of that very soon, and we might need to get into the balancing part of it where, you know, we purchase a couple levels of like Prestige Finder, and then we purchase a couple levels of Merchant, and it just kind of works together. So that's probably the situation that we're about to find ourselves in. I can imagine that's what we're kind of coming up on now. But we'll purchase that as and when. I think I can just about afford one level now that I've claimed everything that I had available to me. We'll see whether that's like super effective or not. I can't imagine it's going to make an instant impact, but it'll at least do something in the background, and we will get those boosts here and there. 5% proc rate as well, and I don't think the proc rate goes up. I think that's consistent. I think the thing that goes up is the amount that it's multiplied by. So you know, that will just continue, you know, plodding away in the background and hopefully doing some work. Now, in regards to challenges, I did complete a couple of these earlier as well, so we are now on to one where essentially I just need to continue to mine more blocks. So let's quickly use these drills to try and get that part of the challenge complete. Shouldn't be too hard here. We've already actually done pretty much half of it. So by placing down, I think probably a stack of these drills, we should be able to get this challenge done and get some more rewards and get a little bit closer to one of the challenge milestones. Honestly, the milestone rewards are probably better than the actual challenge rewards. So let's go ahead and claim this. I don't expect anything big from whenever we actually complete these challenges, but later on down the line, we can definitely get better milestone rewards. So that's kind of the main thing for it. I don't know what the next milestone is here, probably 5. Yeah, so we gotta complete one more, I think, one more challenge. I don't know what the next set is gonna be, okay. Hopefully it's not too hard. We'll see. It's going to be upgrade Meteor Shower to 100, reach pickaxe level 60, mine 70,000 blocks. Not hard really in the grand scheme of things, but Meteor Shower I don't think we've started yet. So yeah, it's one that we haven't started yet. It's actually not an expensive one, so I guess we should probably put some tokens into that. I guess we'll chuck a couple levels in there, hope that it goes off and hope that it benefits us. Now, one of the things we briefly noticed last episode was the addition of crystals. So crystals are essentially a brand new way to get even more boosters. Like I was talking about earlier, there's a whole plethora of ways of getting different boosters. Now, I was actually given two of these earlier, okay? I was given a gem crystal and a token crystal. Now, these respectively boost what they say they would boost, and these are just tier 1s. Now, we do actually have 3 tier 1 crystal boxes, which I want to open right now and see if we can get anything better than what I was currently running. I actually had the gem crystal on while we were, you know, grinding just then, and since I grinded on stream earlier, all that good stuff, I was running that one just because it seemed like a waste not to. So let's open up these crystal boxes, see if we can get anything a little bit better, and if we can, then we will of course use it. So I believe it is just gem and tokens from what I see. All right, that one was actually slightly worse. Let's just open them quickly here. Oh, we got a rank up. I didn't even know that was one. That's cool. That's 9% as well, so that's actually nearly max percentage. That's cool. Okay, so I think for right now, let's use the let's actually use the rank up one. Since it's such a higher percentage than the rest, then yeah, we need to do that. Now, these are basically just unlocked when your pickaxe value gets up there. So this will be unlocked with pickaxe level 5Q, then 30Q right here. So I believe, oh, that is also worth noting, you can merge 3 of the same crystals to tier it up. So if, for example, we had 3 gem crystals, which we do right here, let's give this a merge up real quick and see what we can get. Hopefully a really nice percentage. Ooh, 12% is actually kind of gross, but it is actually the best one that we have. So I will actually go ahead and now apply that. We'll swap those over again, and we'll take the gem one. Guys, I lost the gem one. I don't know what happened. I lost it. Please come back. All right, I lost it. I don't know where it went. I don't know if I did something wrong, but I just don't seem to have it anymore, which is unfortunate because that would have been a nice little boost to have, but it's okay. We'll chuck in this rank up one again, and hopefully that will come back at some point. Don't know about that. Let's check out pickaxe value actually real quick, because that'll tell us how close we are. We're at 3.68Q, so in a little while here, we'll actually be able to apply a second one, and then we'll get an even better boost. Oh wait, it's right here. I'm actually so blind, bro. I'm actually so blind. It's just a different freaking it's a different thing. It's not coal. As soon as it gets a tier 2, it goes better. Okay, we'll take that. All right, perfect. So we got a nice little gem boost right there. We absolutely take those. So I think between now and next episode, it's pretty clear what I need to do. We have got a lot of tokens to essentially catch up on. We need to get all of these enchants worked on. I got a lot of gems I need to catch up on. So it's literally just mine, and mine a little bit more between now and next episode. Guys, I got a lot of grinding to do. We've of course got a lot of work to do in regards to the gang. I need to be getting that going. Guys, that is where I'm going to end off today's episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope you've been enjoying this brand new season. Let me know if you're playing and what your rank and everything is right now in the server, because it's only been up for a few days and I'm curious to know where everyone's at. Guys, that is going to be it from me today. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode of OP Prisons here on AkumaMC.